Hey everyone, welcome to Socialized. Do you feel like you're watching journalism right now? It's something even I'm not so sure of. Is what we're doing right now journalism? Is it reporting? Or is it something without the gravitas? I imagine that it feels different than how Woodward and Bernstein felt covering the alcohol-fueled collapse of the Nixon administration, or different than how Hunter S. Thompson felt covering the ascendancy of an alcoholic, paranoid anti-Semite to the presidency. Okay, to be fair, sometimes I feel like Thompson. But the definition that I have settled on is that reporting is a lot like how the Supreme Court sees obscenity. You know it when you see it. Thus, I feel pretty confident in saying that the first episode of this show was reporting, and it is reporting that has borne fruit. Way back around the time that Bernie Sanders was a thing, we did a story on Governor Bill Haslam's plan to outsource all facility services at this university. Basically all the maintenance workers, gardeners, trash collectors, and other amazing people who do the very difficult job of cleaning up after us would find themselves fired, or working for a company that gives even less of a crap about them than this university does. Almost every interested party has said that this is a bad idea. Students, faculty, staff, the university system, none of them like this. But as we reported on this show, this is a crusade Haslam has not abandoned easily. Indeed, he outsourced all state facility services and housing early in his term to a company called Jones Lang LaSalle, a company he happened to own stock in before he was governor, and a company he might own stock in right now. We predicted that Jones Lang LaSalle was being handed this potential university outsourcing plan on a silver platter. After all, the application process was only 2 weeks, the applicants were kept secret, and it was shadier than an oak tree at noon. And it turns out we were right. Last week, Governor Haslam announced that it was indeed Jones Lang LaSalle that he was gifting this potential contract to. Now, I'm sure this was impartially decided by the invisible hand slowly feeling up each company, making sure it fits just right, and plopping it down on the governor's lap. Now, if that analogy makes you uncomfortable, then just imagine how the people who this is actually going to screw feel right now. If corporations are people, then this is nepotism. It'd be like, if the President of the United States stayed exclusively in properties that he owned, thus essentially using taxpayer dollars to line his pockets every weekend when he took extended stays in far-flung locations to play golf at courses that he also owns. Stuff like that, it just doesn't happen, right? Maybe Bill Haslam's hands are clean. Perhaps he is merely evangelical about the work of JLL. After all, what homegrown Tennessee boy doesn't have his favorite Chicago-based major property manager? We've all been planning our choice on that out ever since we were little boys, like our weddings. But honestly, the state's leadership doesn't get the benefit of my doubt. Nothing about their previous attacks on this university was accidental. Nothing was innocent. Their hands have never been clean. They have shoved them into the mud time and time again. And now they want to give that job to people that are just going to make them more money at the expense of our happiness and our wonderful workers' livelihoods. UT is not for sale, friends. We own it, and we're not giving it up. Thanks for watching.